I'm going to show you how to use tick data, how to get tick data to build an edge in crypto. Tick data is every single order on the order book and every change of price. So you can see things like, okay, how many times did it hit the all-time high or the all-time low? Jim Simons and a bunch of other quants swear by tick data, and if you have access to collect tick data, you're going to be able to build an edge that nobody else has because everybody else is using open, high, low, closed volume data. Now, in just a second, I'm going to scroll through all of the code so you see everything. I'm going to show you everything in this video, how to use it, etc. I want to make sure that this does get committed to GitHub as well. So git commit /m tick data added. So now you can get tick data. You can see I'm uploading the tick data, the periodic converter. So let's say git push. Now this isn't for everybody, but what I would like you to go ahead and do is tap that like button right now, and we're going to dive in. And like I said, just in a second, I'm going to show you all the code. So no worries if you're not already a part of Quant Elite and the inner circle, but those people get the tick data. All the code is here. Like I said, in just a second, if you lock in, I'll show you all of the code right here, right now. And this will be game changing because it's a whole different data set that nobody else has. Well, very few have. The real quants, they have it. I can't wait to show you everything in this short, concise video. Go ahead and tap the like button and I'll see you on the other side. Let's lock in, bro. For real. I'm going to show you how to build an edge with tick data. Tick data is getting all of the orders, the bids, the asks sitting there on Binance. And here's all the code. Matter of fact, I'm just going to scroll through it really quickly so you can see it. But essentially, you make all your imports here. And this will collect the data too. So it's saving it, right? So configure the logging here. And then here is the initial class. Let me go ahead and open this up a little bit. Ultra fast real-time Binance data collector using multiple streams. So I'm using multiple streams here to try to speed it up. Data storage, statistics, control flags, signal handler. A lot of people swear by tick data, and I'm very excited to collect this tick data. I've been collecting it for about 3 weeks, a month, but now I'm going to go ahead and put it on my server and then ideally put it on my API as well, because I've been using the MoonDev API a lot for my liquidation data. That's just something internal for me and the homies, but this will be a good thing that I'll be able to pull from the tick data as well. Regardless, it can just be set up on a server, super easy to do. I show you how to do that across my videos, but I want to show you all the code for how to actually collect this data right now so you have access to it for the rest of your life. And if you do want to set it up on a server or something, that's what I'm going to do right now. I know Wall Street's never going to show you this information, so I wanted to just show you really quickly. This is all the code. I'm not going to talk about it too much. You can ask AI if you got questions, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that you get all this code here so you have tick data, because like I said, a lot of people swear by tick data, and we built out some OFI back tests and saw some cool things. And I think this could be at minimum a nice filter for strategies that I have working or other strategies that may be close to working. I'm not sure. We'll explore, but more data for a data dog is exactly what I want. So I probably should have set this up a month ago when I set it up on my computer, but that was a noob move. I've been collecting the liquidation data for over a year now. So everybody asks, Munda, why you have all these things on your screen? Why you so cute with it all the time? Why you gotta be such a cool guy? I'm collecting the data, dog. And if I look at everything on the screen, I can see when the orders speed up, okay, what's going to happen to the liquidations? Anything that will spark an idea. That's the only reason I love this game so much, is because it's idea after idea and shot after shot. You get to test everything, dude. So I'm going to go ahead and take this code now, and I'm going to go ahead and set it up on my server. Super easy to do. I just showed you all of the code. So I use Ubuntu, a server, like, you know, whatever. Just type in VPS server. I don't want to say a name of a company. Everybody thinks I'm shilling one. So I got no connection there with any. But you can go ahead and just type in VPS. And all I have to do is log in and go ahead and put it in there. I want to explore this data a little bit more first before I set up my server. I want to make sure everything is clear between you and I and me and the AI. So let's go ahead here and say conda activate T-flow, bro. And then we're going to go ahead and do dangerous mode because we only do dangerous mode. I don't like Claude Code without dangerous mode, matter of fact. If you're using Claude Code, are you using dangerous mode? Because I can't stand Claude Code without it. Okay, so what I want you to do is explain my ultra fast collector. What is it collecting specifically? And how does it save the files? Also, we have a file that goes ahead and turns the output of this file into a CSV. What file is that? And how would you suggest in the most minimal way to get this production server, this server ready? In my mind, all I need to do is copy this code over into the server on a Python file and start running it. But is it all set in a way that it will make the storage folders by itself? And another thing that would be helpful is if we had I could set up another screen. So I'll set this up on screens in my server. But if I had another screen that was occasionally, maybe every few minutes, like 5 minutes for now, if it ran and turned this data output into a CSV, because my end goal is to be able to pull that data from my API, but in CSV format. Okay, so I have a bunch of questions there. We got any questions in the chat? Can Claude Code get VS Code built-in diagnostics of errors? I'm not sure. Sapien short started. That's what incubation with historical data. My algo is fine. Well, it's got to be better than fine, bro, because it's going to be worse in live market. So I got your answer right there, dude. I keep pushing, dog. It's got to be better than fine. And the pass will not, yeah, it's not always going to match up for sure, for sure. Make sure you got fees in there. You're accounting for slippage. What's the difference between tick data and open, high, low, close volume patterns? Tick data, you can get like milliseconds, and you're getting the whole order book level, all the levels. But I'll throw your question in there. No, let's go ahead and what's the difference of this data and open, high, low, close volume candlesticks? Now, I'm not going to confuse her with that. I'll ask that after, because I got a pretty good prompt here. And yeah, you're able to see order book data. So I recommend Ubuntu LTS or Fedora server. Okay. How's it going, Fanek? I'm doing good, bro. How are you? So Trent, just think of tick data as like, you got 1 minute data. Okay. Tick data enables you to get 1 second data. Plus you're able to get the order book. Let's go ahead and ask these questions to ChatGPT. What a stupid name, though. Come on. Up your name game, bro. Up your name game. Above is my code that is collecting tick data from Binance. And can you answer this question short and concise? I want to see. Hey. First off, why is Llama open? Second off, why is Dropbox open? Third off, where's my prompt? Answer this question, please. Better use Docker containers than OS? Interesting. For what? For what? If Trent's got a question, then everybody's got a question. That's how I look at it. Trent's the OG. Precision granularity, OHLC. If a candle shows high of 100, you don't know when or how often 100 was hit. Tick, you see the exact sequence of trades and order book movements. Okay, great. Thank you, dude. Precision of granularity, open, high, low, close. If a candle shows high of 100, you don't know when or how often 100 was hit. Tick, you see the exact sequence of trades and order book movements. Example, if price spikes to 100 for one tick, then drops, open, high, low, close just shows 100 high, making it look more significant than it was. Yo, this is good, dude. Thank you, bro. Gosh. It's really nice being around you guys. Thank you, bro. Okay, let's see here. What's going on here? Okay, she's still going. FS says, when I get some more time, I want to start pulling in multiple exchanges pricing data because I think the price action happens faster on Binance. I've heard that. Okay, dude. While she's still working, I don't know what she's hung up on. Tick data is every single transaction or order book update as it happens. There we go. Tick data is every single transaction or order book update as it happens, with exact price, size, and millisecond levels timestamp. Open, high, low, close volume candlesticks are aggregated from tick data into fixed time intervals, 1 minute, 5 minute, showing open, high, low, close volume and total volume. So yes, tick data is per transaction, while open, high, low, close volume is generated afterward by grouping ticks into candles. And dude, shout out to the chat, bro. Great question, great answer. Thank you. Yo, you give me ideas all day, dude. Thank you, dude. Zombie, I love this. Okay, so tick data. Using tick data, we can see how strong that high really is, or how strong that low really is, because we can see how many ticks actually hit that price. Build on this. See, that's the type of thinking, dude. I love it here, bro. Thank you, bro. Zombie. God. Thank you for asking the question. Man, if you're not locked here, I don't know where you are. I don't know where. Okay, it looks like you're having a little bit of a hard time, so I'm just going to give you a little nudgy. Bunny. I put you on my note sheet, zombie boy. ChatGPT even gave me a tick to open, high, low, close conversion. Thank ChatGPT. Dude, whoever gave you the answer, thank you everybody. Thank you for transmitting it to me. GPT-5 from so many different angles. Do the same technical indicators work on tick data? That is for you, my chief data dog, to go figure out. I have tried one type of thing on tick data, and that was OFI. Please explain OFI when it comes to using tick data. So I probably did that for a couple weeks. I tested some things, saw some good things. Adverse AFI. No. OFI. Did that sound like an A? I don't think so. Order flow and balance. Order flow and balance metrics you can build straight out of tick data. Let's break it down. What is OFI? Order flow and balance measures the net pressure of buyers versus sellers hitting the book. It comes from tick by tick changes in the order book, not just trades. Positive OFI, more aggressive buy pressure, bids strengthening, and market sells hitting ask. Negative OFI, more aggressive sell pressure, ask strengthening, and market buys hitting bids. It's basically a way to quantify who is in control at each instant. How it's calculated from tick data. The classic definition, Kant, Kukanov, and Stoikov. Intuition. If lots of bids appear or asks vanish, OFI goes positive. Buy and balance. If lots of asks appear and bids vanish, OFI goes negative. Sell imbalance. Why OFI matters. Microstructure signal. OFI has predictive power for the next tick price move. Liquidity provision. Helps market makers estimate adverse selection risk. Alpha factor. Many HFT and intraday strategies use OFI or its variants, cumulative OFI, normalized OFI, or GOFI, with depth over 1 as inputs to models. In short, OFI is a tick level order book imbalance measure that tracks whether buying or selling pressure dominates. It's not per trade, it's derived from all limit orders, book changes, quotes added, canceled, executed. All right, what's going on here? Create a simple API? Nah, dog. My bad. I don't want you to create the API. You don't need to create the API. I already got the API created. I wanted to build a system where I could have one screen collecting the data, one screen converting that data into a nice CSV and putting it into an output path that I will go ahead and give you a path for at the top of the code, and I'll have those screens running. So that one's running every X minutes. Put that at the top of the code too. For now, it'll be 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, it's going to be on a screen on my server that goes ahead and turns those weird files that we're making with the ultra fast collector, turns those weird files into CSVs and puts them into the path that I specify. You don't have to go ahead and build the API at the end of the day, and those new updates there are similar to the ones before, so you can keep going. Just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. I know I said something about an API. That is my bad. Jimmy's here. Jimmy, what up, bro? Good to see you, dude. I was just asking about you earlier. I was just asking about you, dog. Good to have you back. Jimmy's back in the house, dude. Good morning, good evening. Good morning, good afternoon. Good night, maybe in Australia, right? Time in Australia. 11:04. Thank you, Rico. Thank you for drinking coffee at 11 p.m. Thank you for the space dot. We even got Trent here today. That's amazing. He says, have you checked out right-handed candles with rolling time frames? You have to completely change the technical indicators you use, but it's very intriguing. Extremely intriguing. Right-handed. Let's go ahead and look into it while we have this AI working for us. We can learn while she works. Can you go ahead and explain this comment here? Short and concise as always, thanks. Yeah, bro. Just been doing some housekeeping on my work. Usually do a Sunday reflection to get set up for the next week. Nice, dude. That is fire. That sounds like a really great Sunday, dude. Oh, man. I cleaned up a little bit today, too, but very, very little bit. Very, very little bit. So that's nice. You got a nice little Sunday routine. Yep. The comment is about right-handed or rolling candles, where instead of fixed bars like 1, 5, 15, etc. You could build a candle that slides forward tick by tick. Each new tick drops the oldest one and updates open, high, low, close volume over the past n seconds or minutes. So instead of discrete jumps at bar closes, you get a continuous stream of overlapping candles. Because the frame is always shifting, classic indicators, EMA, RSI, and MACD, they behave differently. They smooth less and respond faster, but also become noisier. Okay. In short, rolling right-handed candles equals continuous moving windows of open, high, low, close volume, which forces you to rethink indicators since the data is no longer bar to bar. All right, let's read through this. Setup complete. Here's what you need. Periodic CSV converter, okay. Setup screens, not .sh. Nope, don't want any SHs. Don't want any SHs. I want to run them with .pies. Don't want a SH, bro. Don't know what it is. I'm a little scared of .shs. What are they? Matter of fact. Okay, so configuration top of periodic CSV converter. Okay, so 5 minutes input directory where data is saved. Okay, ultra fast data. CSV output where CSVs go. How much recent data to include. Okay, copy these. Process hours to process. Interesting. Interesting, dude. I want all of it. Can you check time slot for getting tick data? What do you mean? That I don't understand what that means. Copy these files to your server. Ultra fast collector, periodic CSV converter, install dependencies, run the setup script. This will create 2 screens. Screen collector collects data continuously. Wait. Does this SH do the whole thing for you? What's it called? Setup screens.sh. No way! Explain again, short and concise, and this is my essays they want me to run. No way. The execution, time slot between buys and sells. That script just automates starting your 2 programs inside GNU screen sessions so they keep running in the background. Collector screen runs this, grabs tick data. CSV converter screen runs that. That's pretty cool, dude. So the SH is literally just running this ish for me. I still don't want it. I will set them up one by one. Okay, sick, dude. Dun, dun. So I'm about to set this up on the server. I don't think it changed any of the code. Ultra fast collector. I need to grab that one. So I showed you that code already at the start of this. Thank you for coming. Much love to you. Okay, so we got that. If you want to see this code, it's at the very start of this video. I'll scroll through again just so you have a half a second to grab all the code. This is how to get tick data here on Binance. And yeah, dude. Matter of fact, you know what I want to do, dude? Matter of fact, yeah, I think I got an update here. I got an update I want to make. Just showing you all the code real quick. What up, Steven? Mr. Cooper, how you doing? 777. The 777 is my strength and my defense. The 77 is my strength and my defense. My defense. I just want to give you all this code here because I think it's slick. Now you can just rewind and pause and whatnot. All right, sick, dude. So what I want to do, I got a question. So ultra fast collector, okay. We got that. Periodic CSV converter, okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for getting it down to 2 files. You know I'm a noob, so I like to have it only 2 files. Anyways, do you think it would slow it down if we have the same file running the stream for Ethereum and also Solana order book data? You know, essentially do the same thing we're doing for BTC, but do it for the other two. Will it slow the data collection down? Don't change anything. Just answer that question short and concise. If it does slow it down, would the other option be just running 2 other screens, one for ETH, one for Solana as well? And I will have the tick data for all 3 of them. And then we'll have to update the periodic CSV converter. Which path do you think is best when speed is the most important thing? We need to get every millisecond of data. Okay, let's see what she has to say about that, because you know I don't use my brain. No way. I just come up with the idea. Why would I? $777, dude. Need channel. I don't know what that means. Yes, it will slow it down. Running all 3 in the one file means messages queue up while processing others. You'll miss milliseconds. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and set up 3 separate ones. I mean, and then we'll have to update the processor to process into 3 different CSVs. The backtesting with this is going to be fire. I believe so. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the encouragement, dog. I hope so. Use a service better to run. Fennec, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's start back from scratch, bro. let's go back to step 1 here on this conversation. Will it be better to pass it in as we could pass in BTC, ETH, or SOL as a parameter? That way we can just have 1 file when we run it. Fennec, you're in your head, bro. Come on. Put your words together. Run your script as a service. I don't know what that means. Yes, parameter is perfect. 1 file, run it 3 times with different parameters. Okay, so we're going to update it to have different parameters. That's slick. Okay. Let's go over here. Make sure at the top of the code that you explain how to use the parameter thing. Because I'll set this up and then in 3 months not know how the heck to use it if you don't. ETH, BTC, SOL. Okay, good. So we got the map now. I'll show you that code. Don't worry. Ask Claude to run it as a service. Nah, dude, I don't know what that is. If you let me know what it is, I can think about it. I can think about it. Tick data. Do I have any questions here? Okay, perfect. I'll ask. Someone keeps spamming my chat saying this when I'm trying to run 2 screens on my server of collecting tick data. I don't know what he's talking about, but maybe you can help me understand what he's saying short and concise. You, bro. Hey, raise your, please. Does anybody understand what Fennec is saying? He's saying instead of running your scripts in screens, you should set them up as a system service. I don't know what that is. Screen equals manual. You attach detached screens. Service runs in the background automatically. Restarts if crashes. Starts on. Okay, that's slick. Don't manage it in screen. Make it an OS level service for reliability. Run as a service on your OS. Okay, I kind of understand that now that she said that. Let's go ahead here and make sure she updates this as well. Screen S. Okay, perfect. ETH Sol. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful, beautiful. So perfect. Now run the 3 collectors here. I got the collectors collecting. Not yet, though. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I got to get them collecting. Let's get them collecting. So where is my server? I just had it. There it is. So I'm going to need to make... Where'd I put that data? I'm going to put it there. Dun, dun. LixOI funding. Okay. Okay, perfect. Both files now have clear usage instructions at the top. When you come back in 3 months, you'll see exactly how to use them in the parameter. The instructions below. How to use parameter BTC, ETH, and Sol. Okay, great. You'll see exactly how to use them with, okay, examples of each one running them. Complete screen. Okay, perfect. So ultra fast collector. Let's go ahead and grab this. Okay, good. I'm not going to call it that, though. I'm going to call it the take data. .py. Take data.py. Okay. Let's get a screen set up now. New terminal here. Conda deactivate, matter of fact. Screen ls. Screen r. BTC. Screen S. BTC tick. Okay, I'm in there. Conda deactivate. Okay, tick data. And then I'll run I actually call it tick data, bro. She. All right, that's good enough. And then we'll go ahead and say CD into the tick data, copy path. CD funding Python run it. All right, I'm collecting, dude. I'm collecting on the server. Hell yeah. Woo, boy. I'm in the group. Could you please give me like the simple steps to be able to go through and get a strategy live with coding running on my end? I haven't been able to really get everything synced. Yes. If you're in the boot camp, that's what the boot camp is. So the boot camp will teach you everything you need to know to build a few back tests to see if you can find something that works for you, and essentially keep back testing until you do. And then it also shows you how to automate the trading once you find a strategy that works. So that's what the boot camp's for. You said you're in the group. I don't know what that means, but if not, then if you're not in the boot camp, then at least consume the free roadmap, because that will teach you a lot. YouTube videos. But yeah, the boot camp is everything, short, concise videos. And the whole idea behind it is to take a beginner from hand trader to automated trader. That's what I set out to do about 4 years ago, and there was nothing showing step by step how to do that. So I just built it because everybody was like, hey, Moondev, do you have a course? Do you have mentorship? Do you have a Discord? And I was like, nah, I don't. So now I do. BTC. Okay, now I'm running on BTC. Ultra fast data. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead. Real-time mode. It says connected real-time mode. Perfect. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to try one more time, because I did mess up, kind of. BTC. Okay, run it. Wait. Delete. BTC. Okay, running the BTC. The BTC is live. Now I'm going to back out here, and I'm going to say screen S ETH tick. I got an ETH tick, bro. Copy path. Conda, deactivate. I know you're always hearing me saying activate. Activate. Then CD up in there. Then Python. And then this one will be ETH. So I'm grabbing the BTC tick data, now getting the ETH data, then backing out of that screen. If you don't know what screens are, I highly recommend them. Soltic. And I definitely teach that in the bootcamp somewhere. I show you how to use screens, because screens have set me free. Set me free. I have the full subscription. I do not know how to access the roadmap page. Every time I go through it, it tries to get me to pay for another subscription when I already have one. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. It should have been sent to your email. So one of the first emails that you got from me has the roadmap in it. That being said, if you are in the boot camp, dude, okay, the boot camp is more than the roadmap. But anyways, here is the roadmap. The free roadmap, in case you didn't get it sent to your email. So when you join this, just putting your name and email in here, add your email to the newsletter, and I'll send you the roadmap and resources for free, no purchase necessary. So it sounds like you may have joined the bootcamp, which is awesome, but you can still have access to the roadmap. I put it in the Discord members area just now. So now you have both. But it sounds like you're trying to automate your trading. So the roadmap is great. There's a lot of resources. I take you through my videos, my free YouTube videos. I answer a bunch of questions. But if you're already in the boot camp, dude, watch those videos step by step. And that will show you exactly how to automate your trading. I guess let me ask you this. You said you haven't been able to get your strategy live and running yet. Have you watched the full boot camp yet? Because that's the whole premise behind it. That's the whole premise behind it. And if you if you're not having success with that, please, please, please reach out. Hit up Code Help. We will help you. We will help you build whatever you need, dude. If you're getting stuck somewhere, just ask the questions for sure. Where do you upload the code that you share with everyone as you've been building? Thanks for your help. If you're in Quant Elite, I have this Quant Elite code section here. Quant Elite code. And in Quant Elite code, me and my team are also always posting new back tests, the full code for those back tests, things that I'm working on through the week, new algos. You can see this nice data gapper and back test. It was super sick. I put that. So it's all in Quant Elite code if you're in Quant Elite, but that's something different than this, the bootcamp. I don't know what your membership is. You can't even get into Quant Elite until you're in the bootcamp. If you're not in Quant Elite, okay, well, how do you get into Quant Elite if you're in the bootcamp? You can go down here and let's see. Under Get Started, start here. Directory start here. So directory start here, you can join Quant Elite here, VIP weekly. And this will give you access to a couple GitHubs as well. So I hope that answered everything. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing, B. Let's keep it pushing. All right, so I have the ETH set up. I have the BTC set up, and now I'm setting up the Solana, Soltic. And that will be the same process here. Copy path, Python, CD, conda, deactivate. Okay, and then we're going to say Python, or no, we're going to say CD into the funding, and then Python, tick data, Sol. Okay, there we go. We got a BTC folder, a ETH folder, and a Sol folder. Nice, dude. That is nice, bro. Wow. Wow. Can you explain this JSON.gz file? Is that where all the tick data is actually saved? And then this JSON file, what is that? Because that JSON file doesn't really look like it has much information in it besides the total updates and etc. So this is interesting because if you look at this, it outputs some data like this. God's ideas? What? Ultra fast data. You can see it outputs data like this. And then this. Good questions. Let me explain the file types. JSON.gz files, the main data. This is where all your tick data is saved. These are compressed JSON files containing the actual order book and trade data. What's inside? Every order book snapshot, 25 levels, bids, asks. Example, BTC ultrafast.json.gz. Why compress? It saves 70% of disk space while keeping all the data. So these are just statistics. Okay, that makes sense. So we're using that .gz. Sorrow files. The sorrow files, dude. The sorrow. All right, so we've got that data running now, and now I just need to update the update this other CSV. What's it called? What was the other file? The one that processed the CSVs that I need to put on my server? Send that back to me. Because I can't read through your sloppity slop over here in the terminal. That's the only downside. Okay, so now I'm collecting the data here. I'm collecting the data, the tick data. Periodic CSV converter. Okay. Periodic CSV converter. Periodic. So let's go ahead and run that on the server as well. So periodic, where are you? Periodic CSV converter. Okay, let's go ahead and copy it. You need to see this as well. Lock in right now because I'm about to show you all this code. We're going to speed run it. You can see it all. Pause the video, screenshot, whatever you need to do, dude. Hit the like button at the least. So this will convert that other data into a CSV file. And this is extremely important if you want to test it with a back test at least. Periodic. Convert to CSV. Process. Log stats. Exceptions. Main. Please make it so the days back that it collects the data for, meaning hours to process. Instead of hours to process, make it days to process. And make it days to process. Put on GitHub free better repo. Free repo better. Nah, I'm good. Been watching for a minute, bro. Love it. What's up, Hoop? Good to see you. I know you've been watching. Well, I don't know you've been watching, but I definitely remember your name, bro. Hoop Fix. Definitely remember Hoop Fix. Probably like, what is that, 6 months ago? Last time you said hello? It's been 6 months. But I'm sure you pop in here and there, so good to have you. Thank you for saying hello today. Okay, so I need to go ahead and launch this. Days to process. Thank you. Let's say screen S process tick. And then we're going to go ahead here and say process tick.py. Okay, paste it in there, and then I'm gonna put it in this data path here. We should have the CSV changeable, the output CSV, and the input CSV. Wait, no, for the input CSV, all of the data is here within their own subfolder. So here's the input CSV and here's the output CSV. This is on my server, so it's different looking paths. But go ahead and also put those as constants at the top in case I need to change them. Copy path. Output. Okay, where you at, doggy? Okay, that's the output, and the input would be input, which has subfolders for BTC, USDT, ETH, USDT, Sol, USDT. So you'll need to account for those subfolders. They are getting filled with data right now. Yo, where'd your face cam go? God, it went ghost, bro. What's the minimum I need to start trading? Yeah, that's a question that makes me say don't trade. Please don't trade. No offense. No offense at all. There's just better things you can do than get into the casino because you're competing against people that are vicious and will take all of your money. No, it's literally, that's all love, bro. If you're not a trader already, I don't think you should become a trader. But if you're a trader, I think it's absolutely urgent that you automate your trading because you'll have to face the facts quick. Is your strategy actually work in the past, dude? If it's not working in the past, why are you wasting your time in the future looking at those screens? Plus, you have emotion on top of that. That's nuts. Perfect. Now the paths are configurable at the top. Thank you. Okay, so she got them all configured now. Let's go ahead and say conda deactivate. Deactivate. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and say run it. Copy path. Did my CD up in there yet? Not yet. Not yet. Process tick data. Okay. Python. Run it. Waiting 5 minutes for next conversion. Okay. So it looks like it outputted the data in another subfolder. I don't want there to be a subfolder for BTC, USDT, or any of them. And another thing is it looks like it only processed for BTC when I started it. It should process for all three when I start it. No subfolders, just be last 30 days. It'll say BTC data, BTC tick data, BTC tick data, and we'll change the days to process to 30. So it will always just process 30 days of BTC, ETH, and Sol tick data, no subfolders in the output. Just straight BTC tick data.csv, etc. Okay. Why do you trade crypto? Because crypto has crazy volatility and stocks are born as Is it avoid the FTC minimum regs? No. That's only 25 racks you gotta have, so based on subscriptions, FS Trent says, I think everything is unlocked in Discord for files. He used to use Dropbox, but I think it's in Discord now. Yeah, it's a little bit of both. The sharing screen not work. We don't see your terminal. Oh, snap. What? The screen's not working anymore? Oh, it's still working. You can still see everything. I just don't. I'm working on my server over here. I'm just not going to expose my IP. So I'm doing things over on both sides. I gotta keep my IP safe. They say I should do that, so I'm just gonna keep doing that because you guys guide me. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'm new here. Actually, I'm in year 4, so I'm still new to a lot of people. Most people. Not most people, but a lot of people. But, you know, been a minute. All right, it's perfect. So process all 3 datas at the same time. Thank you. Nice, dude. Oh my god. Nice, dude. I got it, dude. I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh my god. What server rental place do you use? And is it graphical or all command line? Command line. What rental place? I use Cherry servers, but I'm not affiliated. Cherry servers. But people have been showing Hetzner lately, and it looks like they got really cheap ones. What's the benefit of using Claude code within Cursor rather than terminal directly? I get to see my code, Alex. So, you know, I get to see the code and be able to change things. I don't think there's any benefit, but no, there is a benefit. The benefit is the code. I think there's more of a benefit to using it inside of Cursor than to use it outside. So I just use it inside. And then when I need to like scale things out and run multiple things at once, okay, I'll go ahead and run it on terminal as well. Okay, so I successfully completed this whole project. Um, Took me less than an hour here, and essentially we got the tick data set up. And if you're in Quantely, I've already shown you the code, so you have all the code in this video. But if you're in Quantely, let me go ahead and make sure that's in the GitHub. Moondev trading bots. So say trending here. Let's go to data. Let's just make a new folder here. No way, dude. That's crazy. A tool here that will download from the server to my computer so I can just grab the new data whenever I want to test some new things. Created tick data from API in the tick folder. Okay, let's go ahead and see if this works. File not found. Okay, so I'm gonna take this over to the server here and let's go to the API. I'm gonna say I don't want to use GPT-5. It's trash. No offense. I'm gonna use Sonnet. Claude Sonnet. I'm gonna say at API folder. Can you update my API to accept these 3 new files? Don't change anything about the functionality how to download the other files. Just make it available to download these files as well. As I just set up 3 new or a new process that will collect new data, and these are new tick datas for 3 symbols that we have, and the API should be able to call those. All right, so I just told Sonnet 4 over here how to do that. And it looks like my soul data is mobbing. Beautiful, dude. Claude will replicate you sooner or later. Okay, so now I should be able to get the tick data. Well, I don't want to speak too soon. Okay, let's read through this. Enhanced it. Okay, updated the files. Okay. So now I need to go to my API here. Screen R API. Let's run it back. And then if I run this, it should work. Nah, not yet. ETH tick data. Above is from my computer, the error, and this is from what's on the server. Okay, so my goal is to download the tick data now. I see the issue. The API is looking for tick data, but the actual file name. Oh, yeah, that's my bad. I guess I could have done that. Got him. Got him. Okay, so the tick data now I can get it from my server whenever I want. Sick, dude. Copy path. Have it update output there instead of where it's outputting now. Tick data. I need to rename everything to with a C because or else I'm gonna get confused. Sample tick data here. Beautiful. Dun 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 dun. All right, dude. I think I now am able to download this tick data whenever. Yep. It's about 30 minutes of tick data now. Okay, that is extremely, 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 extremely successful morning for a Sunday when everybody else is sleeping. Let's get it. every day. I'll see you tomorrow and the next day and the next day.